Hi Gemini, welcome to your end of the month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of March, as usual, I have a special sales offer available that it's inspired in the latest Pisces season we were on. If you would like to know more details about it, you can read in the description box or you can email me with your questions. And down below, you can also find the current list of reading services I offer. If you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Gemini, I'll be channeling messages for the collective of your sign, and then we'll tie it together with the cards that will also be showing up. I feel like many of you Geminis might feel like very pulled towards the past. There's past experiences, situations, memories, unhealed trauma, wounds that are kind of like put under the spotlight for some reason. You might feel compelled to revisit a lot of old things, even things that might be challenging for you to face, challenging for you to revisit, as a need to understand something that it's missing in your conscious understanding of situations. So it's like going back, revisiting old things to, in the present moment, gain more clarity, more sense of understanding of how those things shaped you, how those things are still affecting you, how those things are still an issue, keeping you from truly moving forward or from truly embracing new experiences. I do feel like there are many of you Geminis that feel like blocked, like there's something preventing you from leaping into new things, or feel like there's a sense of not being able to be a part of experiences that a part of you would like to be. Like there's something holding back, there's something keeping you unavailable towards those new things. And I feel like there's a big quest many of you are under in order to be free from what still holds you back. Now, there are Geminis also here that are placing a huge importance in terms of your family history, your ancestors. There's something here about the importance of your childhood, of your upbringing, of your parents, grandparents, and all of that. There can be a lot of activity also placed upon the family dynamics in your life. I do feel like the energy of the mother, it's quite important for many of you Geminis, being your own mothers or the mother in you. The archetype of the mother in you is kind of coming to the front as this big role. Many of you are it's like some of you Geminis, it's like the mother in you, the role of the mother, either you having children or not, is something important. Some of you might feel like the energy of maternity, it's awakening you. So for those of you that don't have children, you might start to consider that as being something you want or something you're worried if you're gonna experience in this life. Others of you that do have children, you might be really studying this role, how to be the mother that you would like to be. If you're doing things that maybe are an echo again of the examples of maternal roles you've had in your upbringing. So there's a lot of considerations upon your role as a mother, either you wanting to be or not wanting. I just feel like there's a lot to think about when it comes to that role. Others of you, it might just be a moment where you're in need of motherly love. You might be in need of that unconditional love, unconditional care. You might be also very connected and committed to a path of self-love where you're giving towards yourself a lot of the things you didn't have, or you're trying to understand how to nurture yourself at deeper levels, how to care for yourself in better ways. So I just see like this is a very emotional moment for many of you Geminis, and it could be like an emotional week and days ahead as you transition into April. But at the same time, I feel like all of this emotions, all of this sensitivity that might be experienced is pushing you into growth, into you becoming more mature within your own self. And so also place more, I feel like some of you through this maturation, through this growth that might come a little bit in a hard way, like tough love experiences, you might be coming to a point very soon where you're going to start being more loyal, more committed, more responsible towards the things you have been neglecting. It's like a need to push you into confrontation with a lot of difficult things for you to actually become the better version of yourself. This is all about, the next days are all about things that lead you into you becoming the better version of yourself. It is possible that for some of you Geminis, you're hiding a lot, hiding from people, from environments that, you know, are not easy to tolerate while you are under this sensitive energy, or while you are under this conflict, inner conflict yourself. You could feel like you need to hide. You need to be in your own quiet, silent space to take care of yourself or to understand things better. You could feel like people are out to get you also in a certain way. I feel like there might be competitiveness occurring around you, and this is something that you're not able to manage well right now. This competitiveness could be experienced through work, or if you work in environments that are very, you know, busy, where there's a lot of activity, a lot of noise, a lot of in and out kind of movement, where you don't have time to even, you know, think about yourself, or you don't have time to process things, you know, naturally, the way that you like to work, in the way that you would like to handle things. It might be hard for you to even be at your workplace, especially for workplaces that are too aggressive or have more of an aggressive tone. But others of you, it's also like you could feel like people are all over you, you know, and the more they are all over you, the less desire you have to connect for some reasons. Like you want to run from relationships, you want to run from connections because you feel like you're not able to deliver, you're not able to give towards whatever they're after, you know. Like it feels like you have several people wanting your attention or wanting your input, your experience, your love, your something out of you, and you just might be in a moment where you just don't want to handle the social elements or the pressure people are putting you on. You might feel under pressure quite a lot, and because of this sensitivity, it's just not something you're easily adapting to. It's not something that you're easily adapting into, as other times you would not care so much or easily adapt. There's frustrations that are imminent, like coming. So these frustrations are all about how frustrated you are by certain things, but also how frustrated other people are when it comes to expectations you're not meeting. It could be difficult for you to understand why you're being so called out, why you're being, you know, again, put in the spotlight, why suddenly you are a topic, why your name is discussed, why you have so many people, you know, calling you, inviting you out, texting, wanting something out of you. Like you can feel this increase of attention put on you, and but at the same time this displeases you, or this is something that it's a conflict for you, just because perhaps you are period in a moment where you just want to be more by yourself, or more in a intimate, safe place to rest, think, heal, and feel, especially feel. Some of you Geminis that, have an inclination to write, to express yourself through words, you could be feeling like that's the only point of release and relief you have to handle all of this emotional energy. So writing could be a very positive outlet for those of you that are feeling overwhelmed by how things are right now. It could be easier for you also to explain yourself, to those you want to explain yourself through words. You can, I feel like there are Geminis here, like even if you're not used to write, you can start journaling or writing in your own personal diary, or blogging. And those that feel, again, interested in that, putting out something very personal, very deep, very intimate, it's healing. It's very healing for many of you Geminis, and helpful also for you to get a picture, or a more organized picture of how you're truly perceiving things right now. And it can just be something that helps you feel more balanced at the end, because it's like the excessive emotions, the excessive anxiety, the excessive, questions you have are put out outside of you, and so you have more space, more internal space to actually have a different perspective or a different take on things. Now, some of you Geminis might be invited, as I said, a lot, but there's any specific invitation that might get to you, like it's surprising. It can be coming from that past energy that I'm picking on, so there can be like a past person, someone you have not been in touch with or seen for some time, or someone that you have a lot of history with, that activates here something like it's a big trigger for you in terms of all that I've just said. I do feel like there are situations here for some of you Geminis where you might get yourself a little bit in a complicated situation where you perhaps reconcile or go back to an old flame here, a lover of your past. And this is a huge shock or source of conflict for people around you. Like maybe people disagree with your decision, or again, you have a lot of people that want you as well. And the fact that you might choose to commit here with someone that has either hurt you, or it's seen not in the best light when it comes to what you and this person shared in the past, is like it is creating fuss, a personal emotional choice that you might end up having. Either it could just be the fact that you go out with this person, or that you actually reconcile. There's people that probably won't understand and will dislike the fact that you're giving this person a chance to come back into your life or into your space. It is important that you keep yourself in the Nine of Cups vibration, above the Five of Wands, above the pettiness, the jealousy, the envy, and especially above the influence of other people. You have to choose what it feels right for you outside of pressure and external judgment. And for that, you need to be, again, connected with your emotions in a way that are there is, clear for you, like crystal clear, like this is the person I love, this is the person I want, or this is the person I don't want, and in order for you to do that, I feel like you need to take a step back from those that are putting a lot of pressure. And I feel like many of you, this is a very like manipulative, subtle pressure. It's not like straightforward, but through this time, because you're very connected with emotions, you can feel it. You can feel when someone is not, you know, on the same page with you, or when someone is here having some criticism towards your choices, towards your way of being, you can start to pick on it, and it's going to be very revealing to you in terms of discerning who you should really be giving attention and who you shouldn't. Now, for others of you, that is not like a past influence that comes in and makes all of this happen. It could just be like your own choices ahead. The things you end up choosing that are the best ones for you can create chaos, can create conflict, because I just keep getting like people are used to having something of you that they won't have anymore, and this is evoking a side to people that it's new, but not the best one. For many of you Geminis, it's like the more you're getting yourself in alignment with your true wishes and your true desires, the more you are okay by yourself, okay with your choices, it's like the less other people conform to this. It might be that you need to just sit back and let them fight, let them, you know, think whatever they want to think, and just be, you know, committed with the path that is the one for you, whatever that entails. Yeah, a state of balance. I do feel like you might also be in a situation where you're being, how you call it, like, people, favors that people made to you, things that people have done for you. You might see right now that they're using that to manipulate you, to get advantage over you, to control you. You might have thought that something was coming from a generous place, end up realizing that there was like a hidden motivation for you to get this helping hand that you did. You could be in a moment where, again, the more you are just focused on what's best for you, the more other things are attacking you through things they have done to you, favors, you know, expectations, again, promises, things of that nature. It could also be that you're trying to be here very fair in a situation where you're called to have here like a judge perspective. Like you might be in a situation of conflict itself, in the middle of it with other people, and you are in the one in the middle trying to mediate here what's fair and what isn't, and how to give back justice and balance to situations that you're in the middle of, but not necessarily associated with you personally. But that's for a fewer of you, because for the majority, this is about the true nature of generosity versus masked generosity that is actually just straight manipulation. And you might have to deal with those two sides of that theme. So I hope you have a great end of the month. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.